Welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media, and I made this journal in a previous video. I'll try to link it in the description below. It is mostly envelopes with some digitals, but you could use scrapbook paper or anything that you have on hand. It is no-sew. It is, you know, it's just created on the fly like I do sometimes. So yeah, I'll link that video. And now I need to go through and cover the bits that, you know, like that and that. So I'm going to do some collaging. And I was thinking of doing this on the cover, but I changed my mind. I'm doing it here. It has to go here. I've decided. I don't think I inked that one. So I'm going to ink that real quick, figure out if I want to do anything else to the edges of that. And our first page will be decorated. I'm not going to make you watch me ink though. Okay, I did just make sure that when I fold this, I don't bend the wing up. So I need to come over just a little bit. I think I'm going to put it on as a pocket. Yeah, I haven't done anything to edges yet. I might just ink them or not. I don't know. So I'm going to put it on as a side pocket. And this is from the video the other day that I made using the, well, paper bags, and even more specifically the, I used a lot of the Amazon packaging, but you could use paper bags to do them and everything. And then Eddie Makes Art, he's got a video where he did some as well. I absolutely love, I love to see when people see something that I made or somebody else made and they're like, oh, I gotta go try that. And, you know, that makes me pretty happy. Weirdly ecstatic. But anyway, yeah, that was a fun video. I'm definitely going to have to do something for closure, aren't I? All right, let's see what's next. Oh, I need to figure out what I want to do with this. I have, let's see. I definitely can make this a thing. I could go ahead and let's take a little bit of this. And what I will potentially do right now is just glue this totally onto here. So it's actually going to hold that down. Alright. Oh, guess I'm pausing again. Oh my goodness. Alright, so I had to pause because he was standing there. So I knew he wanted to say something. And then I thought he was done, but no, he's never done. Alright, this is going to go off to the side a little bit, but that's okay. Alright. And I'm going to go as far up as I can, but I do want to cover that white spot there. That way I don't have to cover it. I don't mind that the lines are there. That does not bother me. And I will cut those off in a minute. And then I think I'm going to go this way. Oh, I'm just going to come out far. Well, it doesn't really matter if that shows, does it? Oh my goodness. It's sticking. Oh, because I put the glue in there. Oh, that's all right. I don't need that anyway, because anything I tuck in here is only going to be this wide anyway. So that's fine. So I'm going to glue here to here, and that'll just be floppy on that side. Because also I thought, well, it might be kind of nice if the envelope shows up here too, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, jelly bean? There we go. And then here, should I put a double pocket? Is that weird to do that? Yes, no, maybe so, maybe not. What I might do is just do a pocket like that. Might want to strengthen it a little bit. That is a little on the weak side, isn't it? And then, oh, maybe some book page. Yeah, because we don't mind if a little bit of that shows. There. Where'd my ruler go? I mean, I moved it so it wouldn't kill me, because it is pretty sharp ruler. And none of my other rulers were showing up. So if you're like me and you're constantly losing your stuff, and then finding it later when you don't need it, you know. like the card you were looking for the other day that's just somehow there now. All right, I don't need to go, I'll just go to the edge of the page here, kind of, sort of. There we go. That works for me. Glue. Oh, and I'll strengthen that. I don't want to use more of this than I have to. Why? Because it's nice paper. I mean, yes, baby, I'm worth it, but am I worth all of it? Come on. Or I might want to use it somewhere else. So yes, I'm worth all of it, but just not all in the same place. All right. And then I'll make this a pocket. This is going to be Pocket Palooza is what this is going to end up being. So let's go ahead and back this on a piece of book page and attempt to tear it again in at least as well of a manner, if not better. There we go. And we're cutting. And we're cutting across here. And I'm just going to tear a little bit shorter than where we had it before and hope that our page that we just glued on there, oops, that for some reason does not want to be glued down. Well, so much for having a stronger edge. And I'm just going to let this bottom and this top show a little bit. So I'm just going to come in a little bit on there and then just glue at the bottom and glue on the side. And about a tuck spot. Can I come up any more? I can. That line shows down there, but I don't care. All right, now the only oh, he did bend. Oh, shoot. Should I just cut it off? Or just be careful when oh, he bends in. That's what happens. All right, just be careful. Oh, it's just when it's closed, it's fine. It's when I turn him like that he bends. I should have known that. Guess what? Sorry. I mean, otherwise it's just going to break off someday. We don't want that either. So, sorry, Mr. Butterfly, but when things fold like that, you have to have them be well folded. All right, I'm going to snip that right there and then glue it down. That way this page can still open and well, I guess it doesn't matter because whatever I just glued that to is attached anyway. So yeah, little words show through. That's all right. I think I'll trim that off. So now we need to make something to go in that pocket. Yes, I think I might actually go that slow through this. I think I just cut off the top of my envelope a little bit. Yep, I did. But, oh well. 'Tis what it is. 'Tis Dale. I'm going to leave that poking out. I like things poking out. Well, I could just stick this in here. It's not quite, hold on. We'll make it wide enough. We'll make it wide enough. We'll make it wide enough. This side I left unglued a little bit, right? And this side I left unglued just a little bit. So now should be able to stick that in there. It goes way, oh, we'll stick that in there. And we'll want something tall for back here, like maybe this tall, except for maybe backed on something, but what? I don't know. How tall of a tag can we find? Let's see, what's in this stack here? It's not quite the right colors though, but it is the right size. That's good. Do you have any other tall, skinny ones in here? Nope, they're all fat and short or fat and tall. That one, I could just leave it up a little bit. Except you're on the right, so you need to go, I don't know how it works, but anyway. Could make this one shorter. That could work. That's not the right color green though. So that's one thing I did. I did a little outline around that one. That's different than what was. It's different. I know I don't have to fill the pockets right now. Probably won't. Probably be like, what was I thinking? I don't know. I like this one. I need to make 3 more with the other flowers. I just did the, what is it? Paper White Narcissus. I just did that one so far. It's pretty though. All right. So we did that. We did that. This is a pocket. So I can tuck something in there. This really doesn't have to cover much because all it has is that up there and this down here. You know what might be nice is one of these. Which one? For the iris maybe? It's sort of, oh, it would be nice in there too, huh? If I could make a tag that height and kind of glue across here so that tag just goes in the side there. Oh, maybe that's what I'll do. All right, now how do you do that? You probably want to know. How do you live without me? I know, I'm plenty messed up. Okay. You just go with a random, I need something. I wish I knew where any of my stupid rulers were. All right, I don't mind if some of that shows. So what we'll probably do is just kind of rip right along here. And our flowers are going to be upside down, but we don't care. Do we have to care? No, we don't have to care. Nothing says we have to care. And we just, there. Now, what we want to do over here is, we're going to leave this open or we're going to open this side? I think we're going to open this side. I think is what we're going to do. So, let me do that real quick. I'm going to cut down here. And we're cutting just a tiny little sliver. So we're going to have 2 side pockets. How, you ask? I'll show you. Be patient. You just have to be patient in the time. And I will show you what my brain is thinking. And we'll see if my brain worketh or not. Okay. So I want, this is like this tall. So I at least want it to be, and where does the flower stop? Right about there. So my tag's probably going to come to about here. Right to about here. So I'm going to put a line of glue across there. And also I'm going to put this straight line here. I'm putting a line of glue. And I'm coming on the top and this part here. And then I'm going to go on the envelope. And hope that we get it covered enough that it'll stay where we want it. So, I did not put glue where the opening is there. Now, potentially that part that I glued across did dry at some, there we go. So, here is where the bottom one goes. Here's where the top one goes. And if I were, oh, you know, we got that little thing there. Do we need a side thing? Probably would have been good to do it beforehand, but I didn't know where it was going to be beforehand. There we go. Now we know there's a little side pocket there. I might put another stick of glue there, but I don't know. We don't mind that that's sticking out. That works for us. Oh, need to glue this. I should have glued that before, but that's all right. And that can be glued down. Okay. And let's go ahead and re-glue this just so that it will be a little stronger. And I could even do something across here that kind of helps me know that that's where that little side pocket goes to. I mean, I could. Will I? I don't know. Who knows? Could even just be this little strip of this right here. Could just be just a little wisp of, I don't know where that is, cover for that. A little wisp of what you cut earlier. A whisper, a whisper, a whisper, a whisper. Where is it? There. It's just helpful to know sometimes where your pockets end. And it doesn't have to be a big in-your-face kind of thing. It can just be a little, hey, look, there's a little ripped green thing there. Up here, I may do a little something. It could just be, anybody know which way these words go? Why, and why do I care? Does anybody know? This paper is from Pink Monarch Prints, and this paper is from my shop, in case you're wondering. It's in both shops. It's in, I think it's the blue, green, and whatever set. It's in my Ko-fi shop and my Etsy shop. My Etsy stuff is a little bit more costly just because of the fees. So there's that. Now, these are all oxides inks that I use. So, you know, I learned kind of the hard way the other day that you might not want to use vellum or tracing paper over that without a plan. That's all. All right, there we go. We've got, yep, got those pages covered. This doesn't bother me, but I guess I don't need the world to know what my mortgage company is. I might put a little strip of something. Maybe a little piece of that poking out, maybe. It's really straight, though. Do I have another piece of this paper? Yes, I need a taller piece. This is what I'm trying to say here. Doesn't need to be too much taller. And because I just don't want it to be perfectly straight. There we go. Look at that. Right there will be perfect, right? No? All right. Well, it's good enough. Perfectly imperfect. We're not striving for perfection. We don't need it to be perfect. That's why I inked them, so I wouldn't have to collage the whole thing, just collage the bits that I don't want to show. All right, like here. Now, this is just a rectangle up here, so that should actually be pretty easy to cover with something. And I might want it to be a little bit more solid, like a piece that's already collaged, because then I won't have to worry about it bending too much. All right. I don't want that side. Okay. And I only need it, how tall? This tall. I'm just going to put it on the very top, and then nope, I'm going to have it come down a little bit further. You know why? Oh, and I just pulled this right off my desk. Is that straight? No. Do we care? A little bit. We do care a little bit. We wish we didn't, but we do. It might not look straight on the back, but I followed the words on the front, so that's where it's. And I'm going to cover that bottom part. It's going to get a little bit covered. I just didn't want it to be flippy floppy, and if I put it right at the edge here, it might have still been flippy floppy. So this way, it's attached to the main part of the page, so it doesn't have to be flippy floppy. And if you don't have envelopes with this thing at the top, just add, fold over a piece of paper and make your own, or cardstock or whatever, or this kind of a thing, and make it not flippy, make your own. Oh, do we care that we don't care. We just, but see, do we want this shining through a little bit? Would that be kind of fun? Maybe. All right, we'll just cut it right here. And then there's a line on this side, so let's kind of sort of follow that line. And then I'm just going to put the dollar sign shows. I didn't intend for that to happen. But that's all right. The dollar sign shows. Good. This can be our, what do you call it? This could be our dream board. Money. Give me money. I want money. I just want I want the stress gone that happens when you don't have the money. That's all. I don't really care about the money itself. I just don't want to need it. But I don't know, these people, they say you have to have money to live on this earth. You know, God gave it to us for free, but we have to pay for it. That's what happens when the system gets involved. Not bitter at all. All right, so now I have to decide. Wait, oh, you know what I did? Wait, did I have it open in the front or the back? I had it open in the front, didn't I? And it got stuck because I glued it. I think we'll make this a side pocket then. And let's see. I'm not going to be able to go all the way in that side pocket either. What we might do, I don't know. You didn't glue it wrong. I glued it wrong. All right. I mean, I could do 2 longer pieces here and just close up this middle part, which I might do. Sure, let's do that. Before I do that, should I go ahead and make my little thumb notches? Go about that far from there and about that far down from there and hope that they look halfway decent. That one's deeper, of course it is. They don't have to be perfect. Somebody remind this lady they don't have to be perfect. She has to be reminded constantly. That's why she's constantly reminding herself. Yes, I put that up there. That's a nice dyed piece of half circle. All right, so we want, this mess needs to get covered, and probably want to cover this middle bit, but I don't care as much, like that part doesn't have to be covered. Like if we had something like this, we could make like a top pocket or second side pocket. Oh, let me glue this before I forget. I'm just going to glue a couple inches across the middle here, and so there'll be 2 smaller pockets. Because this envelope here with the tip comes like to there, and that's what it all glued down. I didn't get the glue off fast enough. If you watched the last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. All right. No. Maybe, but maybe more. Do I have to cover it now? No, I don't. Do I want to? Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of go. See, I don't mind this, even though it's, you know, really green over here, which I'm going to cover a lot of, because it's got a similar. Well, it's not really. I don't know. All right, let's see what else we have. Fine stuff. We've got the Artie Maze bright blue, well, bright aqua-y. We have purple on the next page. We have brown and teal on the previous page. And this is a large pattern. This is a medium pattern. So that works okay too. Like, we wouldn't want to do 2 large patterns. That just that doesn't work as well. Oh, look, there's my ruler that could kill me. Okay. So that's one thing I learned. I don't know from who. Probably from Mondo. Was that his name? I feel like I'm saying his name wrong every time. from Project Runway. The awesome guy that, see that? Could kind of bring the blue over here a little bit. Alright, I don't want it perfect. Heaven forbid it be perfect. Alright, I'm going to come in a little bit so that I get some of this yellowish stuff happening over here. And I can always collage more. Over the top of this, but this at least would cover my bases. You know what I mean? And I'm going to overlap it a little bit on the other side. I know that's going to make the middle a little more bulky, but oh well. Let's see. Now what fell? Oh, not the white. Oh, yes, the white. Always the white is falling. Oh, I found, let's see, when I went to the thrift store today, I found unstable unicorns. That's right, I want to go over a little bit. And so I think my boys are going to kind of have fun playing with that, maybe. Don't want it perfect. And I don't even mind that a little bit of that shows. A word down there is okay. I could just cover that with something later. And then I can make this other dragonfly thing a pocket, and it'll make more sense. We're just gluing it on. We're not making... If we're going to make a pocket over here, we don't need to make more. And we already have a pocket over here. We don't need to go too crazy with the pockets. Well, you can if you want to. Like, if you're making one and you want pocket... we already got Pocket Palooza, but I don't know. What's more than Palooza? Like, Pocket Anarchy? A parliament of pockets. There we go. Nice. It's covered. It's almost to the top, but that's alright. And then I'm thinking, where does this fold? That's important to know where things fold. And, you know, let's see. I might, let's see, these pockets are on the side here. I might just make this like a tuck spot over down in the corner. Is it too wide? That's what we gotta figure out. Or, I mean, he would fit in there and be pretty cool there too. I don't know. But I really like him here too. He can actually stick off a little bit, can't he? Because we can just ink that or whatever. And then that will, well, it's already fortified on this side, but alright, that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna come down here on this side and then on the bottom. It's just gonna be a tuck spot, and it could just be decorative or it could be a tuck spot. It can be whatever it wants. Oh my goodness, it just needs to stick. It does need to do that. Just needs to stick. Yes, I know that's a straight line. It'll be fine. Everything's okay. I wouldn't mind if it went over that a little bit though, now that I've done this. Okay. Yep, now that I've done that, I want it over a little bit more. Yep, I'm all about changing my mind. Just wanted to cover that. And see, now it's barely going to come off the edge. Barely at all, right? Is that in the right spot? We did it right? Yep. There we go. Alright, tuck spot. We'll let that dry before we mess with it. Alright. This side, I don't know. Are we done for today? How long has it been? 30 minutes? Well, let's see how many pages is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so 6 would be halfway, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 6. All right. Now, I don't know if you remember I talked about doing something I thought I had a bunch of paper here, and now I'm having a hard time finding paper. Does that make sense? Any sense whatsoever? That might be a fun, even come up some. It could be, oh, it's too wide that way. It could be a belly band this way, right? Like just a short belly band. I still want to cover the capital one. I don't know about those words, if I care about those. So I want it upside right. That might be a fun belly band. Just need something here. What? I don't know. Just something to... We have no map in here whatsoever. Let's just introduce something new. Is that what we're thinking? It's on the desk. That's really the only qualifier right now, is if it's on the desk. Lucky for me, the tags I made the other day were on the desk, because that's only going to be fun to play with those. Use them as, we'll see. Eddie, you thought I was only making them as tags, but really they just hadn't had their destination quite yet. That's all. Destination in the map. Ha ha. Ho ho ho. Would we want a thing sticking out the bottom? Is that weird? It is, isn't it? I mean, just like the black showing. So I don't want to like totally cover the black, but a circle of some sort could work. So what I might do is later come back and find a medallion, which I do have somewhere, probably even on my desk. I don't know. Or I could just put a little bit of, I could put a little bit of map up here to just kind of anchor that. Sure, why not? All right. Lowell is in the north. Wait, maybe I could tell better what's where. This is this way. So it doesn't matter because it's sideways. What? Yeah, you could do this. You can crumple it up and make it as grungy and however you want it. It's your prerogative. Or you can make it clean and pretty. Still, your prerogative. You can add random pieces of... Alright, just going to go on the bottom. I actually might, if it comes off, I'll come back and use the Fabri-Tac. You like that noise? That was weird, wasn't it? So, I want it to meet up with that, or it's going to look weird. So it's going to be a high, a belly band that's way up there. And who knows what will happen down here. Maybe I'll just stick an animal on there. Oh, what do I want to do with this? I might just keep it a flip out. But what I might do is, or, a pocket like this maybe. Need to come in a little bit, maybe. That way we can see what's in the pocket. I don't like when the pocket's totally... And then we have something for something. All right, yep, that's what we're going to do. Now, are we going to waste this whole big piece of pretty paper? Or are we going to cut out some of the bulk and use it somewhere else in the book? Probably the second thing, since that's what I'm doing as I'm talking. All right, across the bottom and up the side. And we have a pocket, and it sticks out of the book to just be cool and pretty and interesting and different. And like if I add ruffles or anything, well, if it's going to be ruffles, it's going to be grungy paper ruffles, so don't worry, not lace. So if I have anything else sticking out the pages, that will make more sense, I guess. All right, I think that is it for now. I could cover that. I might cover that. I don't know. So we've decorated the first half of the book. Next video I'll decorate the second. Actually, you kind of have the idea, so I might just decorate the second half without you. Would that make you mad? All right, let's decorate the second half in the next video, and then we're going to have another video where we fill it. So it's going to end up being like 4 videos. Yes, you're okay. You weren't alive to begin with. We're going to live. I'll see if I have more of my butterflies and medallions to stick in here too. Do I have anything small to go in these pockets? Let's see, I was going to put this one, I'm going to make the iris or one of the other ones that is that, I don't mind if it sticks out. Oh, that's cool. Okay. All right, hold on. Where'd the iris? Ugh, I'm gonna cut myself. Not on purpose, just because, just don't think of things. All right, I don't want to use this. Earlier, what I did the stamping on was that paint paper. Do you know what paint paper I'm talking about? The paint paper. This green, this is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. But this time, I'm going to use this to stamp on. Because it doesn't matter what you stamp on as long as you can see the stamp. It could be on pattern paper. It could be on plain paper. It could be on this. Yeah, it doesn't work for that. I'll do that with another one. For the iris, okay, good. I didn't take them apart, so I didn't lose it yet. As you know, that's potential. And, let's see. Oh, I had saved the brown paper that goes on the back of this, but I don't know where it is right now. So we'll just take the brown paper off the back of this and put it on here for now. Because for some reason, all these stamps end up in the thrift store people didn't use. It's kind of sad, really. I mean, I think I've had some that's happened where I never used them and they ended up in the thrift store. It does help if you take off that glob of glue before you put the cover on. That's just common sense. I don't have a lot of that sometimes. I had my timber brown. Well, we'll try black this time. Well, there's black on there, so black makes sense. And I know I might end up with some of that edge, and I can live with that. All right. I'm going to stick this under here for a soft landing and try to somewhat center this, but not worry about it if it doesn't get centered. That's why doing it on the bigger paper and then cutting it down is a little easier, but that's all right. And look how, this is my favorite thing I got at the thrift store today. Well, I only got a couple things, but you know, this stamp set I was so happy. So let's put that back where we just found it, because that's where we're going to look for it the next time, I'm sure. Whoops, dropping stuff. Dropping it. Now, oops, the words kind of go this way, and where would this have to go to be seen? Right about there. So about, well, is it? Yep. So about a 1/4 inch down and a 1/4 inch in. That's where we're trying for. We'll see how well or not well we figured it out. Cool. Yes, I'm just here to make you all feel so much better about your space. I'm going to clean this room eventually, but I can't do videos and clean the room. That's what makes me sad. Oh, good. That graph is still going to show up there. There we go. Ooh, and then the trellis kind of deal, not trellis, but what's the circles? It's still going to show over there, which is nice. I think that turned out nice. I'm so happy I found these stamps today. That was just, and then look, see? That's why I wanted, when I looked through the stamps, I'm like, just looking through, and then I saw these, I'm like, oh yes, I'm getting these tall, skinny stamps, and they're going to be perfect, and they are. So, check your thrift stores, or even Etsy or eBay. This was 2000, what was it called? I said earlier. I don't know where oh, it's right here. Long stem, Stampin' Up! set of 4, 2,000. So, you know, if you're able to find them, it's got the calla lily, the allium, the iris, and the pepper white narcissus. And look, and they're perfect for these little windows, just saying. I'm very happy. Can you tell how happy I am? Oh my goodness. And then I'll make a little tag to go in here. Like what? Like what, she asks. Like, this might be perfect if I just cut it down about that much. I wasn't going to fill it yet. I was going to be done, remember? I was like, I'm done. I'm ready to be done. And then, I think I cut that off the wrong. I think I wanted to, I don't know. It'll be fine. A little pink is okay. Now, getting it stuck. Oh, did I glue that down too? Wait, what happened? Nope. It's all open in there. So why don't you want to go in there? Is it because you're pink and this doesn't look like a journal that should have pink? Is that what you're worried about? Don't worry about it. Because we will grunge you up with some lovely, let's see. That might be pink, but ooh. That's kind of too orange, isn't it? What about this side? See, it's got the colors that are over here is what I was thinking. But it also kind of has to go, well, that color is in the hearts. That actually, and there's a little bit of reddish color. That actually kind of works in a weird way. And if you know me, I like things that work in a weird way. This also would work. It might be a little matchy-matchy with this over here. Oh my word, I need to put those together somehow. Like this background is in, I think it's in the coffee kit, but I'm not sure. And then that background is somewhere else. Like you could print out the background on cardstock and then use your punch or whatever. That one. Or, see, this one goes better with this though, so I guess that's what we'll do. Fine. Wouldn't want to be too matchy-matchy. Plus, it might end up in a different pocket. You never know. Could end up in a different journal. But for right this minute, it gets to be, oh, probably should. It gets to be in here, and it gets to be off center. So that when I put it in the pocket, it goes where the little circular thing is. Does that make sense? There we go. I may or may not put something on the front of that. But, you know, for now, hey, we at least got something in there. And more things poking out. Whatever we put in here will also have poke out. So, because we like things sticking out. All right, that's it. That's it. That's all. Like it's like a whole 8:28 at night. My brain's done. I hope you guys are enjoying this random journal from things on my desk, which apparently was a pile of windows and in these. Oh, I gotta make more of these. I think these tags. They're fun. They feel really cool, and you don't need all 4 layers for it to feel cool. I think this one's 2 layers. It feels just as cool, and it's probably easier to write on, and not as, you know, won't bulk up your journal as much. But they're fun as tags and journal cards and pockets and all the things. It's just so much fun. I'll just throw things because that's what I do. I wonder if this pocket will make it in here. Just because, oh, there's some blue. I know I've got blue in here somewhere. Because it's Pocket Palooza. Ooh, that actually, yeah. It'll fit in here. If it works on the front, it'll work inside somewhere as a belly band. Right? Right. I don't know. It'll work somewhere. It'll definitely, hey, not bad there. So this may end up, oh, it's kind of matchy. Oh, or a belly band, or, might have to do that from the other side though. But look at that. The little card that see, oh my goodness. All right. That's what happens if you play with the same colors. Definitely going to need a closure. If you play with the same colors often enough, all your stuff goes together. There's that top is what it's looking like. And the side needs more stuff coming out. Although everything won't show, so I might do something with this. If I put stuff, well, these stick out more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Come back for the madness and whatnot. Have a delightful day, guys. Love you.